Hello and welcome to episode 8 of Matt's Modded Let's Play. It's been a bit of a gap between this episode and last episode, as I've been doing quite a bit of work off camera. You can see a nice addition there, just to add a nice blue sparkling tree which will be useful slightly later. I have made 4 coke ovens, and as you can see here, this slightly greyer version of is coal coke, which is used for an advanced form of fuel, and then you've got their creosote oil, which is a very good form of, it's used for making rails and other bits like that. Okay, we'll just shove that in there for now. I've expanded my low voltage solar array farm, as I guess, to 5, which means this bat box is now permanently powered regardless of what I do to it. I've also been adding a couple more apiaries just to increase the production of my bees, and the third quarry is still going and looks like it might be getting close to the bottom sometime soon. Okay, so first things first, I do believe we need to be upgrading this bat box. To do that, we're going to need these 2 items at the top. Now first off, we're going to need to grab these particular items out. Now the upgraded version of the bat box, as you see here, is called an MFE. See, from the shape crafting, you need a machine block, which we know how to make, which is 8 refined iron in a square, same as for a chest or a furnace, etc. 4 of our copper cables, and these energy crystals. Now these energy crystals are made using a diamond and redstone. So they are pretty damn expensive, but they are very much worth it. And I think for now did I just pick up the copper cable? Yes, I did. Okay, so let us make the lapatron, the energy crystals. As you can see, they do not stack. Now, the thing you're wondering to yourself is, how am I going to store all that excess energy I have? Now I know I can make it up again a lot quicker, but okay, so I will have to lose them. No worries, it'll be quite quick to make up. So you place the 4 energy crystals. These can only be placed in MFEs and above, I'm guessing. Surround it by the copper cable and the energy crystals, and you get an MFE. Now, to make sure we're not going to essentially bugger up anything we're about to do, I'm praying this is the right wrench, or is it that one? That's the one. So you need 6 bronze to make this wrench. Now this wrench enables us with, I think it's a 90% chance that when you right click on something, you'll rotate it to the way you want it to face, and then after that it'll remove the item for you. There's a 90% chance that it will revert back to, for example, a machine block or generator or something of that sort. Right, so as you can see, we've got the block there. Aha. Something I've just remembered about the MFE, which could cause a tiny bit of problems. It means I'm going to need to pick up all of the energy creation stuff and then create a new item. But for now, just place the items down Let's place the MFE down and start getting it powered. I think it's going to be the important thing. So if we place that there and that there, we can place those ones, that there, and then just for the extra boost we may need later on, we'll add generator into the back as well. As you can see, generating power. Now, unfortunately, if you look at the back box, it says the output here is 32 EU per tick, which is what all of these machines can handle. Just 32. However, this outputs 128, which means the second we put current into there, it will explode. Now, unfortunately for this fact as well, copper cables will not handle the higher voltage or the medium voltage, which means we need to grab some gold and some rubber, make the next tier of cable, which is gold cable. Now, as it's more expensive, a lot more expensive, you can see here that gold cable you get 12 per 3 of the gold ingot as opposed to 6 per 3 copper ingots. And then you can do the same again where you insulate it, but this time you can double insulate it, which protects it from energy loss, which means it uses up twice the amount of rubber, but it will protect us from losing a lot of the energy that's going to be coming out of here. Now, in order to connect that with our machines, which still have a little bit of power in but won't last for very long, as you can see we've already gone miles past the 40,000 that the bat box can hold. We're going to need to make a medium voltage transformer, which is a machine block and 2 copper cables. Or is it a low voltage one? I always get these ones mixed up. We'll make both because they're both quite easy to make. So we need some copper and no, not silver. We've got 3 refined iron. Silver, silver. This could be a slight problem. I don't have that much refined iron. I didn't think this one through, did I? Well, we will try to use what electricity we have. We've got 1 refined iron there. Alright. As you can see, the wrench gets used up very, very quickly. Okay, so for now, just going to add the generator there. I'm going to use a single piece of coal coke to power the generator, and then shove the iron into there, and hopefully that will get done in a second. But for now we shall make the low voltage. We should make the low voltage transformer, which I'm guessing is probably that. Yes. Okay, now before we actually do this with thingy bobby, we'll try it there. Nope, that needs to be the other way around. So you can see there are multiple dots. Now the 3 dotted side is where the high voltage input has to come in, and the 1 dotted side is where the lower voltage output comes. Now if this should downgrade from medium voltage to low voltage, and if it does, it means we can. I'm hoping that'll work. If not, this could take a little while to clean up. You could see a nice explosion. And I do believe, hopefully, made a mistake there. Did I cost it? Nope. As you can see there, I've just accidentally knocked off the electro furnace. and it is still producing everything. So hopefully that should mean that we are successful, but we'll try it with a piece of iron in a macerator. Well, without placing the block, of course. And it works. So we have now managed to successfully upgrade our energy production to the second tier. As you can see, massive amount of power generated by them in just a single day, which is always very handy for when it comes to some of the more advanced machines we're going to be creating later on. Now then, let us move on to something a little less technologically minded and start building something a little bit more mystical to pick up with some of the items that we've been picking up to create a quastium, some way of pronouncing that, I have no idea. And basically what this does is it allows you to do the very basic Thaumcraft building stuff. Now I haven't touched on Thaumcraft too much apart from the various crystals and stuff, and as you can see under the little bit I've made of the house there, this little underground basement, I've dug this nice long tunnel which has gone almost all the way back to where our first little home was. You can see a nice little skylight, you can see up here. Created this nice little room here for all of my Thaumcraft needs, and as you can see I've picked up some artifacts, a zombie brain, some crystals, put a nice amount of cobblestone down, and in this chest I've got reeds and bookcases and paper and various other things. Now then, let us produce. Right, so we need to dig out a little bit of a room here. Should keep it nice and 2 blocks high so we can think of the way a vanilla Minecraft enchanting table goes. As you can see, you place it down. There's a nice little ink pot there. Lovely thing about most of the Thaumcraft stuff is it does look, the graphical look of the items themselves are incredible. Now as you can see here, they've done an amazing job and it basically is exactly the same because it uses, see I've run out of bookcases, but that's fine because for now that will do. So we need to grab some paper, grab a couple more books. As you can see, we've got plenty of reeds from the reed farm upstairs in order to produce that, and then we shall, let us say, take one of these tarnished chalices and stack a cobblestone. That'll do for now. As you can see, there are 3 slots here, a little bar here, success, a failure and a loss percentage. I'll go into them as we're doing it. A little slot up here and an output slot here. So we place whatever item we want to research here. As you can see, success is only at 12%, no failure, but for every time this runs through there is a 75% chance we'll lose that and only a 12% chance that we'll actually gain something from it. Now these bottom 2 slots here, as you can see there, just raised up the success rate to 22%, but the loss rate is still 75%. So if we add more books there, for every cycle, we've got 3/4 of a chance to lose that, and we haven't even got even with only the books, we haven't even got a 1/4% chance for that. So we might be leaving that till later when I can do something. You can see here, look, only a 1% chance, but 75% loss. However, if we leave a stack of cobblestone in there, eventually we may actually get something. As you can see, we lost the books and got nothing, but those are really easy to make now. And as you can see, keep going through, and we lost a piece there. Now if we leave this to go, this will eventually research stuff, and as you can see, look, it is definitely researching something, because you can see the little piece of paper on the graphical interface, which is always a nice little touch. So then, we shall leave this to research, and hopefully there's enough paper there, and we shall come back and check on this later on. But for now, I believe it's time to start looking at a little bit of Railcraft stuff as well. As you can see, we've got a little wisp. Decided to try and say hi in my house. As you can see, got trouble getting up my Alright, I'm having a bit of trouble with my controls, so I will be right back. And we're back. As you can see, I just had a slight bit of a problem there, but no worries. And as you can see there, by killing that, I got a vaporous crystal. Now I'll throw that into here for now. Just do that. And hopefully we don't get any annoying little bugs flying around. There. Okay, so I have updated my mods since the last time, which means that every time you hover over something, for example dirt, you can see their EMC value, which is a nice addition to, I think, various parts of the mod have all come together to do that. I'm not 100% sure what's it would be equivalent exchange that's done it, the upgrade to that, but it's also allowing that'll be equivalent exchange. I've still got 16 refined iron there, so I did have enough. Oh no, that's from, never mind. Okay, having a very noobish moment there. Okay, so let us gather all these various bits and bobs from my coke oven, and we'll bring this back out as well. I do believe it's probably an idea to make a specific Railcraft chest, so we'll quickly make a iron chest. I will be upgrading my chests to the next tier soon, and I'll show you a quick and easy way to be able to do that. But for now, we shall, that must have just been me walking, do this. So, okay, so with Railcraft, the creosote oil here is used to make these wooden ties. Now to do that we need wooden slabs and the creosote oil, so it is probably a good idea to grab a large quantity of wood from my chest. We'll take a quarter of a stack. Should get a 64. Whoa! Hello, Mr. Thaumcraft slime. As you can see here, I have 11 levels, and I fail at getting outside of a door. And already we're heading for the next night. Okay. Well, guess that was a pretty short day, wasn't it? These days really do sneak up on you. So I will sleep and I will be back when it comes to the next day. And welcome, well, I say welcome back. It's a new morning and we shall head outside and be annoyed by wisps. Aha! Somebody's trying to be clever and hiding under one of my trees. So we'll have to admit it's quite a clever trick. Clever enough for me. We'll place that there. We'll have some use for that later, I'm sure. Okay, so we need some creosote oil and we need some, I believe, was wooden slabs, which anyone who plays vanilla knows is that. Alright, so if we do, let's make 16 ties at first. Okay, so we've made 16 wooden ties, which is a large, very large portion of a stack of wood. Now, the ties are used to make either suspended tracks, wooden tracks, wooden booster tracks, wooden junction tracks, or the more important thing they use to make is what's known as a stone rail bed. Now 4 of these make 1 stone rail bed, so put it into a square as such, which makes us 4 stone rail beds. Now as you can see here, to make 16 rails you need 1 stone rail bed, so it's already quite a expensive recipe, but you also need these, which is standard rails. Now to make this, and you get steel ingots, which I'll show you how to make later on, you make even more. Or you can use bronze and refined iron, which gets you various amounts. Now iron I think I'm going to stay with until I get some steel ingots, but to do that we need a new item here, which is a rolling machine. So let us have a look up for rolling machine. As you can see here, and here it is. So to make a rolling machine, my, it's expensive. We need 4 iron ingots, 4 pistons, and a crafting table. So we are going to need more redstone. Do we have any stone out here? And no, we don't. The joys of being perfectly prepared for absolutely everything you need. One of my bigger failings when it comes to this game. I never have anything I need till it's too late. So we need to take half the stack of iron as well. Okay, so we need, how many pistons was it? It was 4. So we need to make 4 pistons like that, and 1 crafting bench. So we put the crafting bench there. Now all Railcraft, most of the Railcraft recipes require use of the rolling machine, which is basically just a crafting bench. If I'm not mistaken, it does hold the recipes in, unlike a normal crafting bench. So it's like a automatic crafting table or a project table. It will hold the items in and not use them. So, can anyone remember the recipe? It was, I believe, that, which makes 8 standard rails. So in order to produce now the items you make for the individual items you make, 9 times out of 10 are made in the rolling machine. However, normal stuff are made in a normal crafting table. And as you can see here, we've got 16 tracks from that. So let us finish up using the last of what we have. And once again, I'm doing it in the wrong bloody machine. Now, I do have an idea. So we are going to be using a lot more wooden ties, which means I'm going to need some more wooden things. Now, next thing we're going to need is some power track. So if you remember from the standard, I think it was just gold up the sides with stone rail beds and, well, with a wood down the middle and redstone at the bottom. Now to make this though, you need the advanced rails, which is standard rails, redstone and gold. Now I don't believe I actually have enough gold for this. Okay, so we have the 2 gold there. I'm going to need to get some more redstone anyway. I think we are going to quickly go in and use equivalent exchange just to get me a single piece of gold. Which will use a little bit of the energy I've got stored in my Klein star. I don't plan on doing this too often. It's just sort of a emergency situation really. And do I have any smooth stone? Nope, I shall have to cook up a little bit of smooth stone for it. Okay. So, in the rolling machine you place that there, them there, and them there, which gets you 8 of them. Now you need a piece of redstone, the advanced rails there, and the stone bed in the middle to get you 8 powered tracks. Okay. So I'm going to need to make, let's get rid of them. Okay. Put the excess stuff back in there for now. Let's get the smooth stone cooking up. Let us grab a little bit more redstone from in here. I don't need too much more. And then we shall start on a little project to make getting to and from, just a very basic one, to get to and from our Thaumcraft room, which shall be expanding as and when I need to do more bits and pieces. Okay, so we have need just 2 more items, which is smooth stone and the vanilla recipe for a cart, which I don't believe has actually changed. Nope, and we've still got the minecart. Okay, I'm going to be working through the night on this one, so just to get this finished before the end of this episode, as we are approaching a good point to end. Okay, now you could run down that long corridor there, or we could use a track system just to make it slightly easier to get down there. So we need 3 launcher rails here. Now I'm going to be only using the very basic. Nope, want to have there like that, and you can see it works. And as you can see here, we go 3, 4, 4 torches. We'll get to the 5th torch. Get my track back. And then we shall put one of the redstone torches there, and one of the powered tracks there. And then we need to go to the far end here to make the little bit of a section here. I shall just do it like this, just to make life easier for now. As you can see, it's finished doing what it needs to do. So we shall place the 3 carts there and that there. We shall place that there and that there. As you can see, we now have a exit and entrance. As you can see, we have some lost knowledge fragments, so we shall be researching them as we are about to leave the episode. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It was under the 5th torch where I dig out the side bit there and place that there. So it's now just connecting this up, and can you believe it, we've actually run out of track. We shall have to finish off that railway little section next time, so I think now would be a perfect time to grab another stack of cobble. We'll leave that in there for now along with the door and that. So let's have a quick look at this. So we've got fragments of lost knowledge. So if we take out the paper, as you can see it used 2 paper, there's 15 in there, and we've got 2 fragments. So you can see there's a success rate of 30 but a loss of 80. Now if we add some cobblestone in, success rate only goes up to 32% from there. But it's worth it, so let's put in a piece of paper and see what we get. As you can see, we didn't get anything. Now there are ways of boosting this, but you do need to find them first. So I will, as you can see, we've got nothing there. So I shall put another stack of cobblestone in, and I'm afraid to say I'm going to be ending the episode here. So next time we shall do some more Thaumcraft research, and I shall do some off screen as well to see if I can actually get any discoveries, and if I get any discoveries I will, or if I get anything more than just these little fragments here, discoveries and what else, I will show you and I'll save them. And then we shall also finish off this bit, so we have a nice easy way of getting from the very short journey from our base, or our house, to here. Until next time, this has been Matt, and I shall see you all soon.